Psalm 50, a psalm of Asaph. God the Lord has spoken and summoned the earth to come from the east and west, from Zion, the most beautiful of all places. God has come in splendor. May our God come and not be silent. Consuming fire goes ahead of him, and all around him a storm rages. He summons the heavens above as well as the earth, so that he might judge his people. He says, assemble my covenant people before me, those who ratified a covenant with me by sacrifice. The heavens declare his fairness, for God is judge. Selah. He says, listen, my people, I am speaking. Listen, Israel, I am accusing you. I am God, your God. I am not condemning you because of your sacrifice or because of your burnt sacrifices that you continually offer me. I do not need to take a bull from your household or goats from your sheepfolds, for every wild animal in the forest belongs to me, as well as all the cattle that graze on 1,000 hills. I keep track of every bird in the hills, and the insects of the field are mine. Even if I were hungry, I would not tell you, for the world and all it contains belong to me. Do I eat flesh of bulls? Do I drink blood of goats? Present to God a thank offering. Repay your vows to the Most High. Pray to me when you are in trouble. I will deliver you, and you will honor me. God says this to the evildoer: how can you declare my commands and talk about my covenant? For you hate instruction and reject my words. When you see a thief, you join him. You associate with men who are unfaithful to their wives. You do damage with words. You use your tongue to deceive. You plot against your brother. You slander your own brother. When you did these things, I was silent. So you thought I was exactly like you. But I will condemn you and state my case against you. Carefully consider this, you who reject God. Otherwise, I will rip you to shreds, and no one will be able to rescue you. Whoever presents a thank offering honors me. To whoever obeys my commands, I will reveal my power to deliver. Ooh. So a psalm of Asaph. So we have another psalm. So one of the things is psalms are often referred to as David, the Psalms of David, or you have the Wisdom of Solomon. That title or that honor doesn't mean that their thought is that they wrote them all. That's not the thought. The thought is they're the ones who did the work of collecting them. They're the prominent one among them. So often you have Moses and the prophets, or Elijah and the prophets. You take the prominent one and you put them above the other. You have the kings of Israel, David, and the rest. That's what we have. So anyway, so we have a psalm of Asaph. So yes, it's a psalm, and we had psalms of the Korathites. Now we have a psalm of Asaph. God the Lord has spoken. And I'm trying to click on the... Israel's God is here identified with three names: El, or God, Elohim, or God, and Yahweh the Lord. So El, Elohim, and Yahweh. The only other passage where the three names appear is Joshua 22:22. In that passage, Reubenites, Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh, El, God the Lord, El, God the Lord. He knows the truth. Israel must also know if we have rebelled or disobeyed. So this is where the Reubenites, Gadites, and Manasseh set up the altar to call them here to mind. So ironically, that promise that we are following God and we're not worshiping other gods is what's being called to mind here. Ooh, I like that. From Zion, the most beautiful of all places, God has come in splendor. So God is coming. He's summoning the earth from east and west. Time to judge you all. May our God come and not be silent. So consuming fire goes ahead of him, and all around him a storm rages. Fire will devour, and around him is very stormy. So the fire is, I think, a reference or an idea of the fire that goes ahead of the people in the pillar of cloud and the pillar of smoke. storms raging, those are all believed to be the control of God to send those. He summons the heavens above and the earth below so that he might judge his people. So these are signs of judgment coming. The storm is coming. The fire is coming. He says, assemble my covenant people before me, those who ratified a covenant with me by sacrifice. So it was all of the tribes who ratified the covenant with God at that time when they were in the land and established. The heavens declare his fairness, for God is judge. So God is now seated to start judging the people. He says, listen, my people. So all the earth are to pay attention. They are basically the jury to watch God pronounce judgment on his own people. I am speaking. Listen, Israel, I am accusing you. I am God, your God. I am not condemning you because of your sacrifices or because of your burnt offerings that you continually offered. So you went through all the motions of offering the sacrifices. You went through the motions of doing your duty. I do not need to take a bull for your household. I don't need goats and I don't need sheep. I have all of the wild animals that belong in the forest. I have all of the cattle that graze on 1,000 hills. I wonder how many times there's the cattle on 1,000 hills mentioned. The animals on 1,000 hills, the words that graze are supplied. Oh, okay. Anyway, this was one of my favorite songs as a kid. I don't know if you know the song. He owns the cattle on 1,000 hills. I can't remember if it goes, the rocks and trees are mine. He owns the cattle. I don't know. Been a long time since I've heard that song. So anyway, it was a fun one. I will keep track of every bird in the hills, the insects of the field, they're mine. If I were hungry, I wouldn't tell you, for all the world and all it contains belong to me. Like, if I were hungry, like the other gods who get hungry and you have to offer to them because that's how you feed them, like, I wouldn't tell you. I'd just go take what's mine. But BT dubs, I don't eat the flesh of bulls. I don't drink the blood of goats. Present to God a thank offering. Repay your vows to the Most High. You're offering the ritual offerings, but you're not offering things out of actual gratitude. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Pray to me when you are in trouble. I will deliver you and you will honor me. God says to the evildoer, how can you declare my commands and talk about my covenant? For you hate instruction, you reject my words. You see a thief, you join in with him. You see someone unfaithful to their wife, you join in. Like, you are wicked, evil people. You're not actually following after me. So we have the evil people who are going through the motions, which you're actually doing evil. You think I need these things. You're treating it as ritual instead of relationship. You do damage with words. You use your tongue to deceive. You plot against your brother. You slander your own brother. When you did these things, I was silent. So you thought I was exactly like you, but now I will condemn you and state my case against you. So I was patient to not act immediately and hoped you would repent of these things, but I didn't. And since I didn't act immediately, you thought, hey, God's not doing nothing. I'm all good to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep doing the evil. I'm gonna go against my brother. It's gonna make me even more wealthy. You just wait and see. Nope, wrong. Now I'm going to state my case against you. Carefully consider this, you who reject God. Otherwise, I will rip you to shreds, and no one will be able to rescue you. So carefully consider this. Whoever presents a thank offering honors me. To whoever obeys my commands, I will reveal my power to deliver. So you need to offer a thank offering. You've not been thankful. And a thank offering isn't the thing. The thank offering is the being thankful part, right? It's not just like if you've ever had to do this, write thank you cards because you had a party and you had to send a thank you card, or you had a wedding and you got to send a thank you card for everyone who gave you a gift, even if the gift stunk and you didn't like it. And you're like, I had a wedding registry for this reason, and you got me something not on the wedding registry, something that's corny, ridiculous, I'll never use, and I got to send you a thank you card for that? No, thank you. I don't want to do that. Oh, but I did it, so I did a thank you card, so that means I meant it. God knows the difference. Don't send God the thank you offering unless you're thankful. Be thankful. That's the point of this. Offer actual thanks to God because God has done all these things for you. Boom. Mic drop.